Let's hear it for 2020, the year that played us all. In 2019, if you asked the question, what do you think will be trending in 2020? You would have gotten a lot of diverse answers depending on who you asked, but I guarantee you that none of the answers would be tragic home haircuts using questionable equipment or panic buying. Now, do you see why 2020 will definitely go down in history as the year that played us all? Today, we've compiled a list of things that suddenly became popular in 2020 that many of us would not have predicted. Let's jump in. Home cooking. Sadly, all of our favorite restaurants, our fast food stops, pastry shops, and drive-ins are closed. We can't go out to buy food anymore or order takeout. This has left us with two options. Two. Option A, starve to death, and option B, get cooking. Obviously, we all chose B. Home cooking is a tradition that was slowly dying out because of how convenient and affordable it is to eat out these days. But then, there was the pandemic, and oh boy, did it make an impressive comeback. Event experts Chili Sauce carried out an analysis on Google's search trends during the lockdown, and searches like how to make toast saw a 166% rise, and searches on how to make coffee saw a 285% rise. Some other highly clueless people are looking up how to boil water. In the past few months, the demand for flour has skyrocketed since baking at home is also becoming very popular as a means of fighting boredom as well as a fun activity you could do with the kids to keep them occupied and active. Dalgona Coffee. Meet the internet's new favorite beverage. Why did this beverage suddenly become popular in 2020 to the point that pictures of it were viral on social media? Good question, we don't know either.
Good question.
What we do know, however, is that it reportedly all started when a South Korean actor named Jung Il-woo had a taste of the drink in Macau and fell so in love with it that he showed us how to make it. To make your own cup of Dalgona coffee, all you need is milk, sugar, coffee powder, and water. First, you mix your coffee powder with sugar and water, and whip it until it's light. Then you place this mixture into a glass already containing milk, hot or cold depending on your preference. The Dalgona Coffee Challenge is everywhere. It went from YouTube to TikTok to Instagram to Facebook and basically any social media outlet you can think of. We're almost certain this has something to do with its aesthetic quality. I have to say that it is one beautiful looking beverage. There have been controversies about the taste, however, with some people describing it as delicious and others saying the beverage should only be looked at but never tasted. Have you had Dalgona coffee? How does it taste? Are you team delicious or team nightmare? Telecommuting. Last year, if you told your boss that you didn't want to come into the office anymore and would perform your duties from home, he probably would have laughed in your face. One pandemic threatening to annihilate the world later, telecommuting is now the order of the day and has been adopted by most companies to continue effectively carry out business operations. I'm not even gonna lie and say that telecommuting is going smoothly because some people have flashed their goods to their entire office while others have been embarrassed by their kids who really do say the darndest things while they're video conferencing. But one thing is certain, this is one trend that has come to stay and will definitely go on even after the pandemic. Some of us will be permanently saying goodbye to 9 to 5 office hours every day. The era of face masks. With 2020 came a very unexpected fashion trend, the face mask. Face masks are the new spare cash. You shouldn't be caught dead outside without one. These past few months, people have been getting really creative with their face coverings, and pictures of masks made out of recyclable cans, plastic water bottles, and food bags have hit the internet. One guy even made a face mask out of a plastic bag. Whether he had intentions of suffocating himself to death or not, well, that remains unclear. And don't even get me started on the Joker masks and Reaper masks that some people are now wearing. Last year, when predicting fashion trends, fashion experts were coming up with trends like neutral colored clothes, Bermuda shorts, side cutouts, and sheer fabric. I bet face masks are thinking, ha! Look who's trending now. Tragic DIY home haircuts. 2020 has taught us that hairstylists and barbers are indeed heroes who don't wear capes. With them being unable to tend to the needs of our hair, ranging from cutting to dyeing and general treatment, we are once again left with two options. Option A, become modern-day Hagrid till our stylist can save us, or Option B, become our own salvation by turning to home haircuts, which we normally would not have the balls to attempt. According to Chili Sauce, searches on how to carry out various activities at home have been on the rise, but right now we're not going to discuss the 325% rise in the number of people looking up DIY tattoos. Is that disturbing? Yes, very. Is that the topic of discussion right now? No. So back to DIY haircuts. There has been a 491% rise in the number of people looking up how to cut your hair at home.
Yeah.
Well, come on, let her go. I gotta cut her hair.
Yeah, you'll cut her hair.
Now, let's talk about the questionable DIY equipment. One lady used a knife to give herself a haircut, and another guy, well, he went from one cut to another and concluded the performance with an Avatar Aang-styled mohawk. For all our sakes, I really hope this isn't a trend that has come to stay and that we haven't done more damage than our stylists can fix. What option have you picked, A or B? Are you a Hagrid or an amateur barber now? Hand sanitizers. Admit it, 2020 has turned us all into germaphobes. Seeing how there's an ongoing coronavirus pandemic with no cure in sight and no vaccine yet, that's quite understandable. With the coronavirus came a heightened sense of personal hygiene. It took the fear of being infected with the coronavirus to get some of us to finally start taking personal hygiene advice from our health practitioners seriously. After so many years of being reminded to wash our hands and blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, and not really taking it seriously, the virus pulls up and now we're all like, where's the soap and hand sanitizer at? This year, personal hygiene became popular. We became aware of the number of germs we come in contact with daily. They're everywhere on public transit handles, on bathroom doorknobs, stair railings, and even on the screen of our phones. According to Globe Newswire, between December 2019 to February 2020, the demand for hand sanitizers increased by 1,400%, and several countries in the world have recorded hand sanitizer shortages. Hand sanitizer companies, on the other hand, are in a frenzy, looking for bottles to enable them to meet the insane demand. All factors being considered, it's been a crazy year for the new celebrity of the block, the hand sanitizer. Bingo templates. Along with boredom comes new and innovative ways to evade that boredom. Being in lockdown for months had us binge watching our way through our entire collection of Netflix movies, binge eating, and checking our social media feed every 30 seconds. And when we got tired of all these things, we started looking for new ways to keep ourselves entertained, and bingo templates came to save the day. Bingo templates are like a type of never have I ever without the booze or taking off of clothing. It's like a checklist on a particular topic, and players have to tick stuff off that they've done, or that applies to them while leaving out the rest.
Rest.
There are different bingos on different topics like best friend bingos, healthy relationship bingos, toxic relationship bingos, are you a Potterhead bingo, and tons more. Bingos have always been a thing, but they certainly gained a lot of popularity this year because, well, we've got nothing else to do. Which bingos have you filled out during the lockdown? If you haven't filled out any, which ones would you like to fill in? Virtual Linkups. Yes, Grandma, we can host the annual family meeting via FaceTime. I don't need to drive all the way down to Houston because Creamy your cat had kittens. Desperate times call for desperate measures. In 2020, virtual dinner parties, virtual movie dates, and other virtual activities became very popular because lockdown measures were initiated, and so the only way for us to continue being social butterflies was via the internet. Now you could take a virtual tour of Harry Potter World online.
Harry Potter?
Go to the beach virtually, of course by live streaming beach cams, host a virtual game night, organize virtual karaoke night, get a virtual facial, or even pet some animals online. Outdoor wear. Who needs the outdoors when you can enjoy all these luxuries in the comfort of your own home? I mean, you can be home touring the Taj Mahal. What more can a person ask for? Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. A virtual beach trip won't let you feel the wind in your hair or the calming smell of nature, but you can hear the soothing sound of the waves, so that'll have to do for now. Whether this is a trend that has come to stay is quite uncertain. We'll just have to wait till everything goes back to normal, won't we? Do you think this trend has come to stay? Would you rather have a virtual link or be there in person? The House Party app. I did tell you virtual socializing has become the only way the social butterflies can maintain their sanity, as well as the only way we can all keep in touch with our loved ones, right? Enter the House Party app. House Party is a social network that is integrated with Snapchat and supports group video chatting using mobile and desktop apps. It has a couple of in-house games. Well, this is expected since it was acquired by Fortnite maker Epic Games. It also notifies you when your friends are online. It was released in February of 2016 and a few people took a shine to the app. However, most of us weren't aware of its existence until this year during the lockdown when it gained massive publicity. In March, House Party recorded a massive 50 million signups. At this point, the app owners must have been like, oh, so now you see us, with really sarcastic looks on their faces. The number of new installs for March was somewhere between 17 to 28 million, depending on who you ask, excluding Mac and Chrome. Social media challenges. Social media challenges have always been a thing since the creation of different social media platforms, especially TikTok. So why did social media challenges make this list? Well, there's been a significant rise in the number of social media challenges that have hit the internet these past few months, along with the number of people participating in the challenges, possibly because people now have nothing else to do and too much free time. There have been challenges like the Don't Rush Challenge, and the brother version, the Bop Daddy Challenge, the Flip the Switch Challenge. Wow, things got out of hand with this one. And the most recent, the Don't Leave Me Challenge, that has people all over the world coming up with some of the most creative content the internet has ever seen. What's your favorite challenge? Which ones have you taken part in? And that's that. Are there any other things that gained popularity in 2020 that we omitted? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications for more from Hyped Trending. Till next time, stay safe and stay happy.